And welcome back to an episode of Asta no Joe, episode 54. This is the last episode of season 1 until we go into Asta no Joe Bruno. Asta no Joe follow about the Alchemist. Um, yeah, I forgot that Brotherhood was the one that was more closely related to the manga instead of the original, which was just Full Metal Alchemist. And they have both the same reason, I think, from same reason for deviating from the original story, and that was that they both were running, trying to adapt the whole show, whole manga, but then they both caught up to the episode, the chapter count, and had to make bullshit up. So, yeah. But apparently, this is the final episode of this season. Proper final episode. The next few are gonna be, well, not proper, I guess it's final episode of the arc. But yeah, I guess, with that said, let's see where Joe goes. Does he become a nomad, or does he actually go back in 3, 2, 1, go. 산등바그니 간데 키에르 니크이 사츠쿠쇼 가오메가게 타타케 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 오냐냐 케모도노 시가 사와그 다오케도 뚜루루 뚜루루루루루 아시타와 기도 나니카르 아시타와 도치다. That's tomorrow ain't about how to survive the next day. For a more better day, but actually, what is the tomorrow he is chasing? Getting a mental block for boxing? The 10 count bell. Sorrow. Also, the man I hate, I guess last episode is referring to himself. Obviously. Kind of, I guess. Jeez. What if you become scared of boxing? Hmm. Ah, Yamaha piano. To what? Last day of the funeral. You can grieve, but you can't grieve forever. Break, no hugging. But not as excited, huh? Okay. £10 bill. Is there any significance between that? Okay. I guess they're not the usual fans. One. Hmm. Uppercuts. Hmm. Well, only regulars would, act the actual boxers. And only the regulars would know the boxers. All the other people are here just for a good fight. for reviewing. They don't care. They're just trying to get their money's worth. It's a shame, but you can't expect everyone to care as much as everyone else. Is there a casino right next to fucking boxing venue? Hmm. Well, Jesus Christ. In his memory? Keeping his memory alive? Is he gonna bump into Joe? Mm-hmm. Mm. Okay, who's this? The reporters. Hmm. Ah, Jesus Christ. Yeah. Hmm. Now, what other stories can you get from this? Confrontation. Sure. Sure. This just makes you more scummy. Camera roll. Uh, Is he trying to do robbery? To make it technically a crime? Hmm. You're just trying to coerce more information out of him, aren't you? Yeah, yep. A battle? Is it Hostess Club? Hmm. Seems like the region to be a Hostess Club. Where's Capucho? The fuck is this place? Jazz. Less of a bar and more of a club, ain't it? Would this be an? I guess if you play this fast enough back, it will be a fucking epilepsy. Is that Shaki? Or is that just generic female model? Yeah, that is Shaki. Yeah, but how are you actually gonna get something out of this? Wait, this one just don't have shoes on. Wildly downs. Your friends? Or somebody trying to get into your pods? Hmm. Accident. Yeah, that was her in the bushes. Hmm. Projecting a bit. That you try to get him riled up. Try to think of every single excuse to make his death sound just. Hmm. Like, like both times, it's all fair game. It's just how you deal with them. This, eh. Hmm. Wait, it goes up, but it will be going down. Okay. How? How would he? How would Joe take responsibility? Continue boxing, I guess. Get the world champion title in Rikishi's stead. Hmm. Again, I don't really see that. Well, first things first is to not blame himself for everything. Or see himself for like any fighting sports is an is dangerous. It is the job of the ref to stop fights, or doctors on the seat stop fights when it goes too far. It is, yeah, it's their jobs to stop the fight before it goes too far. Your job is to just fight, but in a legal manner. Everything above board and everything. If the moves you are pulling ain't illegal, what else? What can you do? Accidents happen. And especially in the fighting sports. Wait, what the fuck? I was thinking of actually searching up cross counter, but then fucking a horse showed up. Situation where two fighters punch. It's a TV trope. This fight punch and aims the face result 2 counters. Shouldn't both fighters be equal skill power? Sometimes to show that they both have more in common than Rajane admits. Hydrodromic pause, sink. Also a punch parry, fist meets middle steads. Manga and anime. Guess. What is Tomorrow's Joe gonna be here? Watch the Megalobox. Yeah, that's here. Megalobox. Tomorrow's Joe. Special line. Trope maker as far as manga are. I'm gonna guess. First unambiguous example of particular trope. Yep, the cross counter. Or counter punch. Left jab on an instance as counter punch cross after opponent's left jab. It is an actual fucking move. But Joe is the one to make it a trope. Well, it makes sense, but yeah, it really is to be seen how he deals with it. With how the show is, I wouldn't be surprised if, I don't know, would it be crazy to say that he would that we would pivot entirely away from boxing for quite a few episodes, or for a whole arc? I wouldn't, because the first arc wasn't really much about boxing either. So, guess maybe we just get wandering around life, questioning life crisis. Joe for a whole arc. Maybe. Ah well. I guess that's to be seen. So I guess with that said, that'll be a episode of Tomorrow's Joe. And I will see you guys next time. Bye bye. And here are the people who decided to sell out their souls. Welcome to hell.